Yeah. Oh no. Look at all these rappers, please don't get me started. I'm taking out these artists, picking flowers from the garden. And look what I have done, and I ain't even try my hardest. Don't take nothing personal, I'm just being honest. Always come on top, so you know that I am on it. I am dragging in a cave and a knight in shining armor. I come through and clean your crew like I'm armed with a hammer. I am swinging like I'm Tarzan, you are monkey with bananas. Oh my, who is this guy? Oh, so very humble, but a beast inside. I am wearing a leather jacket with a scope on my eye. This is a piece of cake with some humble pie. Don't go there because I have been there before. Have everyone bow down when I open the door. Please pass me the ball, I'm guaranteed to score. What's mine is mine and nothing else is yours. Some bright days will quickly turn dark. Know who you messing with.
Welcome to another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your host, Professional Sutton, the world's greatest amateur.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
What's up, Chris?
Man, what's going on, man? Happy to be back, man, out of Chicago. Shouts out to Chirac, man. I was out there. I was over there on the Wild Hunteds. I ain't see Chief Keef, but I kept it moving. Shout out to all the corner stores out there.
And you ain't get no deep dish pizza.
I ain't get no deep dish pizza, man. I was quite disappointed about that, but you know, man. Shout out. I just want to give a big shout out to my boy Phil Harrell and his new wife, Chrissy Harrell, man. They just got married, man. Congratulations to them. Also, man, just on a side note, man, prayers up because their son is in the hospital right now. He came down with something sick, and I ain't gonna get too much into the details, but it is real serious. So, man, prayers up for my boy Phil and his son, and Chrissy and her son, and man, I'm hoping the best for him, and everything is looking on the up and up right now. But just prayers up to him, man. Prayers up.
Definitely. And I also want to plug my Pop Warner team. I coach football, mainly the offensive line, but I'm kind of like the assistant head coach. We are 2-0. This is a program prior to us getting involved. I don't think they won more than 2 games. Last year we won 4-4, made the playoffs. We lost. Now we're starting out 2-0. We got a bye week. Just scouted the team we got to play, Milford. So I'm excited as a coach. My job, getting on my damn nerves. Let's just say, anyway. And that's that. So I'm good. I'm in a good space. Watching Ballers. I like Ballers.
Yeah, Ballers, that was a good season finale, too. That was a good season finale.
Definitely.
I like how they went out.
I like, what's that? Byers, was it something remorse?
Oh, Byers, the basketball player.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was telling me about that, man. I seen the highlights,
pretty good.
previews, for it. I haven't got to watch an episode yet. I'm still now just coming off of Power. Like, I've needed a couple weeks to, like, get my mind back right from the end of Power. So
sound like you need a rehab, nigga.
I need a rehab. Like, Power is an addiction. Like, it's a straight addiction. So I'm gonna definitely start watching some new shows soon and get back into that. But
cool.
Yeah, man. Shouts out, man, to everybody that's been listening to the podcast, man.
Definitely.
All the faithful listeners out there. You know what I mean? Thanks a lot for keeping us tuned in, man. And like I said, man, continue to give us that feedback and continue to keep us on the airwaves, man. Keep us in your ears, man. So I'm ready to do this thing, Quet.
Me too.
Let's do it.
Usually, I'll jump into the segment and then I'll introduce. But this guy who we gonna bring on the air, I don't want to say he needs no introduction, but he needs no introduction. Light skinned Rico Suave, only light skinned dude that I don't want to fuck up. My boy, he is a Steelers fan. And we got
Steelers fan.
Yeah, and we got the Steelers beating the Niners in week 2, which is a sad thing.
Yeah, you gotta go listen to quick hits for that
yeah,
one.
We gotta get past week 1 first. Shit. But anyway,
we didn't got that. We don't have that in the W either.
Nope. So let's introduce him with no what is it? Further ado. There we go.
Yeah,
with no further ado.
For no further ado, coming to the stage, Section Chocolate.
My man, Ruthless Rob. What up, baby?
What up? How's it going, Chris? What up?
What's going on? Listen, y'all call him Ruthless Rob. me and him go back. I still call him Mac or Mac. If he gonna still see, if he still gonna see me and call me Gators, I'm calling him Mac or Mac right there.
I need some of that, yo. That's like liquid juice, man. You start running mad fast and you get that gain to show.
Hey yo, Rob. Remember when you was a quarterback?
Yo, I can throw that though. I'm not like Tim Tebow.
You.
Yeah.
I ain't like Tim Tebow. I ain't gonna lose my job. How is he not good enough to be a third stringer, yo? That was so disrespectful from Chip Kelly.
You know what? We're gonna.
Truth.
You know what? We're gonna talk about Vic, and then we're gonna talk about that Tim Tebow situation that's gonna lead us to RG3. So we're gonna we're gonna deviate. We don't mind deviating, because we all come back. But before it gets old news, we wanted to talk about Vic because you called me up. You said, yo, we gotta do this, yo. I don't like how they treating Vic. I'm like, what you mean? Being that you're a diehard Steelers fan, I'm sure you're getting all the information before we do. So I read the post, I read the reviews, and it's sickening. So
it wanted his head. For what?
Yeah.
That shit happened like 9 years ago. I don't understand, I don't want to make it a race thing to be saying, but ain't nobody say shit when Ben Roethlisberger was in the bathroom like, hey, what up, bitch? Fucking raping them, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is shit, he's the best fucking second stringer that we got. The second stringer that we had, Gradkowski, he was garbage. You know what I'm saying? At least Vic, he can move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He what? In his mid-30s, he's still better than some of the 20-year-olds that back up fucking teams nowadays.
You're right.
And there are people saying oh, I'm not gonna be part of this organization no more. Shame on the Rooney family. I'm not buying any more merchandise. I ain't watching any more games. You know what? Fuck y'all. Go be Browns fans. You know what I'm saying? Go be a Bagels fan. Go at the Brickyard. You know what I'm saying? Go be a Ravens fan. We don't need y'all.
True.
What we need right now is a fucking defense, and we ain't got one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it. The man, admitted to it, did time, got out, rehabbed,
became the comeback
player. Came back in the NFL. He can't, he can get a job, but the man breathes.
And then remember, he was the comeback player of the year,
Yeah.
So it's damn. It's when is enough enough?
Well,
I don't know. I like Vic in the Steelers uniform, so I ain't got no problem with that shit.
Yeah.
And the day a dog can run in a touchdown is the day I'll start supporting the motherfucking dog and animal rights.
All right. Hold on. All right, hold on. All right, now listen. Now, I think Quet know where I'm at with this. Now, listen, I like Vic, and he served his time, and, listen, he did what he had to do. You know what I mean? But I'm a dog lover. I got a dog at the house right now, and I love her more than humans. And I'm just not going to just throw away how people feel about people who abuse dogs. And if you have a dog in your life and you love dogs and you see somebody treating a dog like shit, that shit hurt my heart. Now, I don't hold no animosity towards Vic. And I think that's where people need to come off their high horse. Listen, everybody makes a mistake, and I think he made a big mistake with what he did with his animal cruelty, with dogs fighting. It's a vicious, ugly thing, and I would probably shoot somebody if I saw him doing what they did to dogs. What the stuff I know Vic was doing when it comes to dog fighting, it's the most grotesque stuff out there. With all of that being said, Vic served his time. Mm-hmm. Vic has been rehabilitated. For all intents and purposes, Vic as a human being is a better man today than he was before he went in.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that the people in Steeler Nation, the people in Pittsburgh, they do need to listen. He made a mistake. He's rehabbed. He served his penance. You know what I mean? Let's move on. It's not like he's this monster that can never be changed again because of, some actions that he took when he was a younger man. And to be truthful and honest, I really don't even know how much he was involved. I just know that was his property. He might have known that there was dog fighting. He might have not have even known all the other things that go into dog fighting.
No,
you know what I mean?
No. Well,
he probably grew up around that culture.
And he could have grew up around that culture too, and it could have been normal.
But you gotta remember,
that's that Chris Carter. See, you have a fall guy.
And he had a fall guy.
Yeah,
but
the
his
fall
cousin,
guy. Well, he did have a fall guy. The fall guy snitched on him. It was his cousin.
Yeah, his cousin.
You know what I mean? Family, man.
See, but here's the thing. When you go down south, that's just the culture. Like, they don't. I mean, they're like, oh, it's bad.
Lynching niggas is cultures down south
Yeah,
too. I mean,
exactly,
I'm not giving them a pass because it's the reason why I don't like going down south. Their culture is fucked up. I don't like their culture. Their culture is the Confederate flag. The South will rise again. Like, I don't want to hear that. All right. I'm just saying, listen, he did his time. Forgive and forget. Or
That's
forgive.
The thing, man.
You don't gotta forget. Just forgive. Like,
and how can ain't nobody throwing up signs on Ben Roethlisberger calling him a rapist or anything like that?
Well,
you know what I'm saying? What if Ben Roethlisberger goes down, Vic takes us all the way to the ball? What, they gonna still talk shit?
They will. People gonna find a way to talk shit.
To do that?
People still gonna find a way to talk shit. I mean, that's just how people are in general. That's how the mass public is always gonna side on the favorable side.
Took the Falcons to Green Bay and beat Brett Favre at his home.
Yeah.
And took him, and he was the first person to do that in how long? You know what I'm saying? So Vic does have some, like, credibility to his career. And that's all I'm trying to say. He was dead wrong for killing dogs or whatever it was. He was doing dog fighting and all that other stuff. Yeah, I get that. Animals have feelings, too. Yep. But I'm just saying, put that aside. This is business. This is the NFL. People that get too emotional about stuff, yo. Like, they out in the field scoring touchdowns and shit. You a fan. Sit down and shut up.
I like that. Yeah. I do like that. I think that's how it should be. I mean, all of these people protest. You know what, though? It's fake, though. The protesting is fake. Because let me tell you something. Come Thursday night, when the Patriots go against the Steelers, it's going to be the highest rated thing on motherfucking TV. Exactly. You can bank on it.
Oh,
all right?
Yeah.
Because football is still king. Football is still number one, so these people can get out here and protest and talk about this, that, and the third, but they're going to be there watching.
I'm not going to. You lying your ass
You're lying. And then, but you also got to look at how many of these people that are protesting or they're so disgusted with the Steelers, how many of them are actual football fans? Or are they just dog lovers or dog or animal activists who are, signing these petitions and signing these things just because they live in Pittsburgh, but they're not necessarily football fans. Real football fans, real football people, it's nothing you can do. Shit, I'm a Niners fan. There's nothing you can do.
A lot of comments were emotional, like, housewives and stuff wearing their stupid Steelers gear, a pink Steelers jersey. I can't get past that with the pink stuff.
I definitely agree with you. I just think that they just need to give him a chance. And my thing is, if Roethlisberger go down, I bet you all that dog shit is gonna go right out the window. It's gonna go right out the window.
We start bringing up some W's.
I mean, Hines Ward too. Everybody loves Hines Ward, but he was up and down the highways and bridges in Pittsburgh driving drunk. He got dewies and shit. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Le'Veon Bell smoking weed. He's not even playing. We need him week 1.
Exactly. Yes, you do. I still like the Steelers over the past week 1. I got money on it already. I still like the Steelers. Let me tell you something.
I love my squad, but that defense in the preseason was looking crazy.
That defense
34-19 to the Bills or something like that.
Let me tell you something.
Score, 43.
Defense look
preseason
bad.
Don't mean
it's preseason though. And you also got to remember this, man. The Patriots are coming out there with not their number 1 and number 2 corner because both of those guys are gone. They're coming out with their number 3 and their number 4 corner going against Antonio Brown and Martavius Bryant. I'll take that. I'll take that all day.
Martavius Bryant is suspended.
Yeah, he's suspended. Four games.
He's 4 games?
Yeah.
4 games.
Still got Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You could put 2 motherfuckers on the Patriots against Antonio Brown. He's still going to get them.
Yeah.
I love Antonio Brown. I wish we kept Emmanuel Sanders too. When they were working together, them.
Sanders, yeah, you know what? Sanders has become, as far as fantasy is concerned, Emmanuel Sanders, if you could get him, you got yourself a gem right there. He started to be Peyton Manning's favorite target out there in Denver. I mean, listen, Demaryius is always going to be DT is always going to be DT. He's always going to get his. But Emmanuel Sanders, he had some really, really big games out there. So I expect the same from him. I expect the same from him this year. But wait a minute, there's another receiver in Pittsburgh that I'm forgetting. Tall guy. What's his name? You got another receiver. I know because he went in fantasy. He went early in fantasy football. People wanted him. What's his name? There's another big receiver you guys got out there. Tall guy, young guy.
I'm Googling.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, but they still always stay stocked. Like they always got like a tight end or something. Like they just
They still got the old faithful tight end right now, but
we got Heath. We got the old faithful.
Yeah, you know what? Very, very
Heath
underrated.
His numbers.
You know what he's like? He's like a Dallas Clark. You know, he's just that guy. He's just reliable. He's not gonna he's not gonna have like that 150-yard game like Gronk, and he's not gonna have 3 touchdowns in a game like Graham. But he gonna always be there.
Yep, and he gonna block, and
he gonna block. He gonna catch.
We got Sammy Coates, right?
That's not the guy I was thinking about. That's not
Jared
the guy.
West, Dre Archer, Lance Moore. He used to play for the Saints.
Lance Moore. You know what? Lance Moore is a good receiver to have on the squad. I mean, he's not a starter. He ain't the slot. He definitely ain't the number 2. But you know what? To have that guy running out there, a nice, good veteran like that, could catch some balls, he'd be good.
Exactly.
But there's a guy up there. Yeah, we'll see on Thursday night. There's another guy out there that was definitely getting drafted.
Marcus Wheaton.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's
Marcus
what it was.
Wheaton.
He was going high in fantasy football. Boy, he was going high. People like him a lot. And I don't trust the secondary of the Patriots. And you know, listen, it's the first game of the year, so all eyes are going to be on them. All eyes are going to be on the Patriots because of their cheating ways, so they're probably not going to cheat as much in this game as they normally do.
Here we go.
So let me tell you, they're going to have to play straight up. I like the Steelers.
You know pissing off Drew, man.
And you know, like either the Steelers or I'm trying to think who else can get Reggie Wayne, because
Reggie need to go. He need to go.
I think he got about one more year to
I
show
think he
something.
got about minus 2 years left. Reggie need to go. Reggie need to go.
One more year.
Listen, I was a Reggie fan.
Reggie need to go? Come on, man. Y'all forgot Reggie from the old with him and Marvin Harrison. He still got some in him.
He need to be right where Marvin Harrison is right now, retired. Because Reggie is too slow. He's not healthy enough. He was a shell. He was a shell of his 2 years ago self last year. It's over for him. To me, it's over for him. I love Reggie Wayne. He's a future Hall of Famer.
Well, he could be a good wide receiver coach for some team too.
He could be a real good wide receiver coach. Because let me tell you something, he lays it out there every day. I don't normally like players from the U, but he was definitely one that I like, man.
Baby.
Ohio State, baby. That's right, all day long. This is Sunday, everybody. Tune in Monday to watch Ohio State versus Virginia Tech. 8 o'clock.
Country, baby.
That's right, baby.
Well, you know what? I'll cut both y'all mics off. Okay, motherfuckers? I'll cut both y'all mics off.
They say, just go watch them defending champs. Go be champs.
You know, yeah, whatever. You know, we gave you our Urban Meyer.
Bro, was you mad about 2003 to that championship, man? You still mad about that?
Yeah, he's still holding a little grudge.
Oh, no. I'm a Gator fan.
Oh, all right.
So it don't matter because we bust your ass. What was that? 2000 and what?
That must have been 2006.
You using that gimmick Tebow shit. That's why.
We still bust your ass, didn't we?
You know who we need to get on the phone to be a Miami U fan. We need to get our boy Dexter Thomas up here. That's a U fan right there.
But I would tell you though, when I watched that U documentary, the first one, that shit gets you lit. I was a Miami fan, but just as a football fan,
they had a party down there.
That joint, you like, this shit is crazy.
Uncle Luke, the 2 Live crew, man, out there, Dade County getting it in. Nah, no doubt.
They got some legends out in the U.
Yeah, but it don't matter, because Florida Gators, we always gonna reign supreme. And speaking of Florida Gators, since we ain't talking about Vic no more, we need to talk about my boy Tebow, okay? And I'm sorry to cut this off, okay? I'm tired of him getting shafted, okay? Because John Elway
Jacksonville need to pick him up. I've been saying that.
And I think everybody, John Elway got him shafted, and John Elway got him blackballed. I'm like, the dude won a playoff game. Yeah, he lost to a very good Patriots that went on to the Super Bowl. But come on, like he can definitely.
But he did beat the Steelers.
Exactly.
You gotta give him that.
Exactly. And I think, you know what? Right now, I think he might be, like you said, second or third. But when he got let go, I think a lot of teams didn't like him, period. They just didn't like him because he wasn't going to change his position. And I still think that he could have played in NFL. Chris got this face like, yeah, right, whatever. Like the same way I'm thinking of Terrell Pryor. The same thing I think of a whole lot of Ohio State players. And let me just say this, okay? Yeah. I'm on my soapbox, okay? Ohio State football professional athletes, when they go to the NFL, is like Duke professional.
You
They
just
don't
gonna
do
go after
nothing.
both of my teams.
Yes, they don't do nothing.
Both of my teams.
Ohio
All
State,
right.
you know what? It's cool in college, and they get the varsity jackets. But when it comes to the NFL, they're like Duke. Okay, they don't mean nothing. They'll still be on ESPN Classic talking about what they used to do. After.
I'm just saying, like the same thing for the what are you, a Gators fan, yo?
Yeah,
You got
come
Tebow,
on.
you got Hernandez sitting behind bars. I mean, we could say the same thing for your team.
No, but we got players that actually are legends and that actually are are quite relevant.
We got one player that's a legend.
Who?
Emmitt.
What you talking about, man? We had
Javon Curse. You talking about?
Javon Curse ain't no goddamn
George,
legend.
Yo. Don't shit on Eddie George.
Let me tell you something about Ohio State, okay? You got Robert Smith, you got Eddie George, you got Chris Carter, you got Joey Galloway. Let me tell you something.
Listen.
Let me tell you
Joey
something.
Galloway just win the whole thing, too.
You talking about Mr. All-American A.J. Hawk holding down that defense. You got James Laurinaitis playing down there in St. Louis right now.
Wait, question. And when they were playing together, how many championships did they win together?
Who? Which ones?
AJ and
AJ got a ring.
And Laurinaitis.
Laurinaitis don't got a ring.
Okay.
AJ got a ring.
Cool.
All right. AJ got a ring against the U. Let me tell you something.
I don't care. I'm a Gator
Let me tell you
fan,
something.
baby.
Let me tell you something. All right. Ohio State, you do not compare, and even though you don't badmouth Duke, you don't badmouth the legend of Coach K. Okay. That is sacrilegious.
It's a legend.
All right, that is sacrilegious, and I'm surprised God won't strike you down right now for talking that type of cash about the most winningest coach in college football history. Okay,
listen. If I was playing, if I was coaching,
coach.
Exactly, because he had,
because he wanted to come back to where he was born. He wanted to come back to his hometown college, OHIO. Okay, and don't you forget it. Listen, you getting me off subject.
Listen, let me just make 2 points. Okay, Urban Myers, he's a bitch ass nigga because he faked the injury just to leave. Okay,
he wanted to go to a real team.
Only thing he had to do is say, listen, I don't want to coach anymore, but he faked like he had fucking virus. He act like he was dead and had to come back to life. Okay, so that's one. Okay, and 2, it's all about the Gators.
All right, listen.
That's all about the Gators.
Now,
the only letdown that Ohio State had was Maurice Clarett. That was it.
No, you know what? I agree with Maurice Clarett, and they did him dirty.
They did.
Okay?
We talked about him on the podcast before.
They did him dirty.
Just real
and
dirty
you know what? He did the right thing. I wish more players wasn't pussies like that.
Well, you know what though, right. Maurice Clarett. I don't know if you follow him. I follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
He's really turned his life around, and he does a lot of motivational speaking and talks about the bad decisions that he made in life. And he's repaired his relationship with Jim Tressel and Ohio State. And you know what, yo, shout outs to Maurice Clarett, because he came a long way from riding and getting pulled over in a car with bulletproof vests and AK-47s. Talk about people coming to get him. Now listen. I love you, Quep. And Mac or Mac, I got nothing but love for you too, but y'all drinking too much of the Kool-Aid talk about Tim Tebow. Let me tell you something. We talking about the same guy who won a game with only 2 completed passes. We talking about that guy. You talking about the guy, the guy that was the worst QBR in the NFL. He just so happened to be on the Denver Broncos, who just so happened to have a great defense, just so happened to keep him in the game towards the end of the game, and he make what? He get 1 drive in and win the game, and now he needs to be a starting quarterback and needs to get a job. Listen, Tim Tebow, it was nice and cute in Florida. It was nice. It was cute. We all loved it. You beat Chris Leeds.
Tebow
that was great.
TV show on Nickelodeon talking about football.
Listen, that was great. I don't need to see Tim Tebow in the NFL. He had a great gig as a college. He had a great gig as a college commentary.
Question.
A couple years ago. That's what he needs to go back to.
Question. How many Super Bowls have Peyton Manning won with the Broncos?
0.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. How many Super Bowls have Peyton Manning won?
1.
And how many does Tim Tebow won? None.
0.
All right, exactly.
They didn't give him a shot to get
we could do this all day. We could do this all day. Let's not compare the greatest quarterback
who got the same amount of Super Bowls as Trent Dilfer.
True, but let me tell you something. Does Trent Dilfer have as many touchdown passes as Peyton Manning?
Don't matter.
Does he have as many passing yards as Peyton Manning?
It don't matter.
We're talking about maybe one of the greatest QBs to ever lace it up regular season wise. And Peyton Manning, we want to compare him to Trent Dilfer. trashy ass Trent Dilfer
Listen,
and Tim Tebow.
listen.
Come on now.
Because when people talk about the championships and all that, then you talk about, oh, Jordan, you know, like.
It's not just about the rings. That's something for you.
Exactly. No.
It's not just about the ring. I need performance. I need stats. I need numbers. And if you want to go stats and numbers, Peyton is your guy. There's no ifs. There's no ands about it. You want to go straight numbers.
Tom Brady.
Peyton Manning is your guy. If you want to go with cheaters and supermodel wives, then you can talk about Tom Brady. Okay.
Yo, what, I don't understand, like, why you hate them. I don't understand it. Like, I hate Eli. His Down syndrome ass does not deserve a damn state championship.
But he got 2 over the cheating ass Patriots. Man, I don't understand why you even respect the Patriots as much as you do.
I don't understand why the hell you don't respect.
Let me tell you something. Bill Belichick has fooled us all.
How?
He's made this culture that it's all about winning and that he's all about team. He's all about manipulating the system to cheat as much as he can and get away with it. That's what Bill Belichick is.
No, he's all about taking the system and making it his. That's what the hell he does, and that's what every coach does.
No.
And he's the only
coach.
That's
not what every coach does. Yes. Every other coach plays by the rules. Every other coach does it by the book. Bill Belichick wants to record your practices. Bill Belichick wants to tell his equipment guys to deflate the ball so Tom Brady can get a better grip on it. Bill Belichick is a cheater. That. He is a liar, and the truth isn't in him. Okay?
You know what? I'm gonna give you the Bill Belichick voice, Chris. I don't give a fuck you're talking about.
The Bill Belichick award?
The Bill Belichick voice. Listen, I know Bill Belichick doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't have to give a fuck because nobody can really catch him red-handed cheating except for the other times he got caught cheating.
So if not cheating, then you can't say I'm cheating if you're not really cheating.
It's not like he hasn't been caught cheating.
He hasn't been suspended yet. So he ain't cheating.
You know, if he gets the reason why he was so hands off on this Deflategate was, you know, if he gets caught in any kind of a situation again, he's getting banned from the league. In his last, what was it called? With the recording thing, what was that called? It was called something. I can't remember.
What the Spygate?
The Spygate, right. And the Spygate thing, it was a part of his suspension. If he got caught in anything similar to that again, banned from the league. You know why? You know why you would ban somebody from the league? Because they are a habitual cheater. And that's what he is. That's what the Patriots are. That's their culture. That's what they like up in Foxborough. And you want to glorify these freaking just disrespectful players in the game as I don't got respect for Tom Brady. I don't got respect for him. Listen,
he beat Peyton Manning ass.
If there's a football guy, there's a football Satan. And the Patriots sold to football Satan.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. Anybody that can make Richard Sherman look like a 2-year-old kid.
Listen, I'm a Red Sox fan, and all the suffering that Red Sox fan had to endure over the centuries and years. Of course, the fucking football team's gonna fucking cheat so people could be happy and depressed. It's cold and miserable in fucking New England. It's not happy out there. So yeah, what do you think? Robert Kraft is like, hell yeah, I'll sell my soul.
Listen, anybody that can make Richard Sherman look like a 12-year-old kid whose father forgot to pick him up, I love it. Patriots will be my second favorite team because when he thought he was going to
win. Because the 39ers suck.
Yeah, for this year.
It's true right now.
For this
right
year.
Now.
You know, and, you know, we just, talked about ourselves a little bit on the first segment of Quick Hits.
Yeah, we talked about the demise of our 49ers.
Yes. But again, I digress, and, you know, I think Tim Tebow should be on the team. He just got blackballed at the wrong time.
Tim Tebow is not on the team because Tim Tebow is not good enough to be in the NFL.
Yeah,
and
right.
that's just
okay.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, okay.
There is no such you
Tony
can skip Bayless me all you want, okay? But there is
I'm not Skip Bayless. Listen.
There is no he just plays good in the game even though he doesn't play good in practice. No, you need to practice good and you need to play good. It don't matter.
Yeah, I know people that don't come to practice and they play good. It don't matter.
Let me tell you something. No. This ain't high school.
This
ain't high leadership.
Yeah,
listen,
this ain't high leadership, okay? This is the NFL. You got to come to practice.
Does he have a losing record as a starting quarterback?
No, he doesn't.
Exactly. And if he had got a shot, I think he would have been quite okay. But, you know, we all know he
quite garbage because that's what he was. He was garbage.
He didn't get a shot.
If he was garbage, it was his defense. It was his defense that helped him out. He had a really, really good running game. It was his. Come on, man. Come on. Don't do this to yourself. You're better than that.
Listen, he threw the winning touchdown against the Steelers. That's what I'm saying.
He threw a freaking 10-yard slant that Demaryius Thomas took 80-something yards. Come on, man.
He threw the ball.
Yeah, Demaryius Thomas did all the work. He could have just handed that shit off to him.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
He did it.
'Cause you know what they said? They said he sucks so much that we're going to press hard everybody and blitz like crazy. And Demaryius Thomas
and
did
him
the work.
being a smart quarterback, he
not tell me that
checked
Tim
off the
Tebow is
defense.
a
He had his
smart
eyes closed.
quarterback.
What are you talking about? He was looking left, had his eyes closed.
And he did what he did. All right,
Oh,
Tim
man.
Tebow, he's great. I love you, Tim. And they don't, they just hating on the SEC because nobody care about the damn
Tim's a good
big,
guy.
the Big 23.
He has a good outlook.
Let me tell you something about the
great.
SEC.
Maybe he needs to play rugby. He can go dominating that shit.
Let me tell you something about the SEC. Come up to Ohio.
Why?
With them Big Ten
Why?
boys. With them
Why?
Big Ten boys
Listen.
play football.
Listen,
Alabama was struggling last night, okay?
Listen,
that was a struggle.
Listen, let me tell you something, okay? The Big Ten finally won a championship in the past, 10 years before that? And let's
Michigan is 0-1.
let's not forget who remains supreme in college football.
Ohio State.
Yeah. Well, the reigning champs. Yeah, okay. Ha ha.
Ohio State.
About damn time. But
I can't even remember the last time an SEC team won a championship now.
yes, you do.
I can't, man. I remember Ohio State, I remember Florida State. I don't remember nobody else.
And before that,
I don't
yes,
remember.
they did. Yes, they did. You know, 7 years in running, baby. 7 straight years. Don't forget about that.
That was 2-3 years ago, man. I don't remember that.
Okay.
I remember. I
Years
know
ago,
who running
but
now. The Big Ten.
No, don't.
The Big Ten, baby.
And let me just say this: in about 2 years, Michigan gonna be on your ass. So y'all better enjoy this right now.
Did you see them
What do
against
you mean,
Utah?
2 years? They're all
Did
one
you
right
see
now,
them
man.
against
Listen,
Utah?
Listen, it don't matter. Listen,
Come on, man.
listen.
Come
Jim
on,
Harbaugh
man.
gonna have that team looking nice. He got the backing now. Stanford, he had okay, but he got the backing. Those Michigan fans, alumni, they're gonna make sure he get the best of the best, and they're going back to Nike. Thank God. So
We'll see.
they're gonna be straight. They're gonna be straight.
We'll see.
So Rob, thanks for joining us today.
No doubt, Rob, man. Adding
Thanks,
some
man.
I
adding some
appreciate this.
color
I gotta
to
back
tonight's
this point, yo.
festivities.
This is fun.
Yeah. And we definitely got to keep you here for like a whole segment, for like a whole segment.
Yeah, we'll get some topics, man, that you could really dive in on, man.
Well, remember, I'm half white, so I like talking about baseball too.
Well, you know what? I keep trying to tell them, listen, my Mets, they're rolling right now, okay? My Mets.
Yeah, they are.
I
They
tell you,
are.
that pitching is looking real nice, but, Quet, he the, stereotypical nigga. He don't know a goddamn
Listen,
thing about
listen,
baseball.
Listen, I'm a
They
Braves.
boxing,
Listen,
football, a basketball, what that do?
listen, I'm a Braves fan, so I don't have much to talk about. So I'm biased.
You
Chris,
never had
listen,
much to talk about being a Braves fan. Remember in the 90s when y'all played against the Yankees in the
Kept
World Series?
losing.
like the Red Sox for 100 years. So
Hey,
let's not
whatever,
start.
y'all. We won 2 this century. I don't give a shit. 2-3, actually. 3. What are you talking about?
I give you that. You know what? I don't mind talking baseball. I mean, we could definitely talk baseball.
We need to talk about Matt Harvey because now that he getting close to his inning, they put an inning restriction on him, 180. He getting close, and we looking like we about to be in the playoffs. Well, we number 1 in our division right now, 6 games up on the Nats, and they talking about pulling him, and I'm like, nah, we rolling. Even though we got them young boys and Noah Syndergaard, and let me tell you something, we looking real good right now.
And to the both of y'all with y'all nigger comments, I just want to let you know that baseball is my first love before football. Just want to let you know that.
Okay.
A
I
little,
don't remember that.
a little factual, because when I was in middle school, I was the captain of the troop baseball team who bust Sheridan ass 20
I just
to nothing.
remember Troop losing to us all the time.
And what? You lying. Don't start this shit, Chris. Chris, don't do this, Chris.
I remember you guys getting
Chris,
one
don't do
W
this.
in football our 8th grade year.
Chris,
Any other thing, I
Chris,
do not remember
Chris,
Troop ever beating
Chris,
Sheridan.
we
I'm
beat y'all
sorry.
in basketball.
I don't remember that.
And we
I don't
bust your
remember
ass
that.
in baseball.
I never
Ask
remember
Dex.
y'all beating us in basketball.
Axe Dex in baseball.
Oh,
We
Axe
bust
Dex.
y'all 20-0.
Well, I didn't play baseball in middle school.
You lucky, because we'd have bust your ass too.
But if I would have King Griffey all y'all motherfuckers.
You crazy. Well, Rob went to Bessie Ross, and you had them white kids over there, so they played.
Yeah, we was nice in baseball because we had Nathan Hale and another school attached to us.
Bessie Ross had the best.
We had all the Ricans, man, or Dominicans.
No,
Runs
it
are
was Ja
11 years old.
and
Roberto
Roberto
Clemente. That's right.
Behavior too. But Bessie Ross had the y'all had the real button up uniforms. Y'all had the real
Yeah,
uniform.
we took baseball serious. Our football team was trash, but we took baseball
Nah,
serious.
football was okay.
Betsy
Football
Ross is
was
better than
But
Sheridan
it was
Troop.
better than Sheridan Troop. We was hard. Yo, we
Sheridan
played.
Troop was basketball schools though.
Yes,
They're basketball schools.
we were the typical urban schools. We were horrible in football, but basketball, it was something track.
Jackie Robinson was the dominant in football.
That's
Jackie
because
Robinson had like the Hill House.
They had like
high
schoolers.
schoolers.
Hell yeah, they did. Coming to play against us. I'm like, yo, this nigga got a full beard. Come on, he like 6'8".
I hope you listen. I thought the same thing about
Drinking
Omar.
a 40 at the sideline. Like, come on, guys.
I thought the same thing about Omar Thomas when he was a troop. I said, ain't no goddamn way this nigga's old as me. You gotta be kidding me.
But we won though. That's what that matter.
Y'all won the 8th grade year, 7th grade year.
Yeah, no, we lost by a freaking touchdown because Big H wanted to do a holding block.
That's back when we had Jesse Cherry and Daniel Watts. Yeah, we took you out of town there.
Side though. So Rob, you can see what we talk about. We're very enthused about our sports. Yeah, that's why we had to have you on the air, baby.
Shout out to Rob, man, for listening to the podcast, man. Just everybody.
Thank you.
Everybody who listens to, man, it's greatly appreciated, man, because every little bit helps, man.
And shout out to Rob for still keeping me in GTA.
Word up, yo. Rufus Serio. Shout out to Duke, BC.
Yeah, man.
The whole squad, yo. Gamers from the hood, the page, man.
So
if you ain't like it yet, like it.
So just to let you know, Chris, we it was like me, Rob, and like some other dudes started on GTA, but then he like playing and get other people from like all over. So like we go
Canada, deep. Oklahoma, LA.
Yeah, so yeah.
I make this an international thing, baby. We about to get T-shirts.
Yeah, so like Rob keep me in the loop. So I'm like, they don't see me because I work and stuff. So I'm like the nigga that come out of jail and I shoot up, start a whole bunch of gang wars and robbing them. They got the heavy artillery, so I just hide behind them.
Game's my first love, sports my second love.
Yeah, so.
No doubt. I like GT. I just don't play it online.
Yo, you gotta play. Yo, Rob will make you want to play. Rob will make you want to play.
I'll make you a millionaire, well, fake millionaire, but I'll still get you money in this game.
I'm we getting into some real geek shit right now, but I'm more of a RPG kind of guy.
Oh, and just to let you guys know,
RPG. Did you get? I know it's not really RPG, but you get the new Metal Gear.
I just bought it today, Rob.
Yeah, I didn't play it yet. I just came back from Chicago. I'm about to play it. I'm just getting off of The Witcher 3.
Oh, okay.
Which I was just straight addicted to, but
I didn't play that because I ended up getting what was that? Shadows of Mordor.
Yeah, I had already beat Shadows of Mordor, and I love that one too.
Yeah, that game was so tight. I'm on Batman still right now.
Yo,
beat that one too. Got it at the crib.
See, that's why I got to stop working my job because I stopped playing video games. Fuck this job, man. Fuck my job. I'm about to get another job. Yeah, you heard it from me first. Shit.
You taking your talents elsewhere, yeah?
Yes, I'm taking my talents back to where I came from. So that was an exclusive. I hope that my boss is not listening.
You better put the 2 weeks in first.
Yeah, I'm just joking. But anyway,
I do appreciate y'all having me on, though.
Yeah, no doubt.
Definitely, man.
And
you will be a citizen forever, and we will hit you up.
This is Sway in the morning. He a citizen.
Citizen, yeah, he is, man.
Where Tracy G at? Where's Tracy G?
I don't know. We gotta find her. She's sexy.
All right, man. Good looking, Rob.
Good to see you.
All right, peace.
Later.
So yeah, I think that went pretty well.
It did go pretty well. So now it's time to get into our next topic, which would be the mishandling.
Oh,
RG3.
They doing him dirty.
Oh my goodness.
They doing him dirty. You know what? Let me top this off because after you did our quick hits with Chris Carter, I couldn't even back you. Let me just say this. One, they should have let him sit out his second year. They should have let him sit out like at least 8 games. Yes. Let him get his psyche right. Let him get his knee right. Throw him in there, seeing what he can do. If he can't, then take him out. He's an athlete. He's going to heal. He already had a torn ACL in college, and we saw how he rebounded from that. Okay, but we all know in the NFL, once you get hurt, it's not your body so much as it's your mind, and that's what happened. And for the Redskins, once again, with Dan Snyder, because he want to be like Trent Baalke and 49ers organization. Look at me. Look what I did. I'm going to show RG3 no one's bigger than me, so I'm going to throw you out there. I'm going to let you get roasted. And then when it don't work out, I can say, see, I told you so. They need to sit him out, okay? Let him become the best quarterback that he can be and that we all know he has the potential to become. But if you're going to throw him out there, then you need to get an offensive line that can block for him, okay? So don't throw him out there and say, oh, well, he's not doing anything because he's horrible. No. Let's give him some help. Let's get his psyche right, and let's keep telling him that, listen, it's okay. You are the quarterback of this team. And when you come back, we will make sure that you're okay. And we know Cousins is good. Let Cousins develop. Let him get his shine on. So that way, once he become a good quarterback, teams want him. Now you have a bargaining chip. Now you can say, hey, listen, we need some draft picks. We need some players so you can get him. That way we can keep RG3 and we can keep this train rolling like most successful teams do. But you know what? No, they don't want to do that. They want to prove a point. So once, God forbid, Cousins go down, what's going to happen with RG3? Because now he got the whole head injury.
You know what? I see what you're saying. I think it's even worse than that. I think personally, Jon Gruden came into this situation telling Snyder, I can make RG3 the best. I can make RG3 the best. I won't have problems with RG3. And immediately he didn't want RG3.
Exactly.
Immediately he didn't want him. So he wanted Kirk Cousins, but you couldn't just pull RG3 out without any reason. RG3 gets hurt again last year, or stays hurt, I should say. It's always an up and down thing with him because he doesn't know how to get down some of the times. And he had his excuse to put Kirk Cousins into the game. Kirk Cousins sucked so bad last year, he got pulled for Colt McCoy. Okay?
Yes.
Then Colt McCoy became the quarterback, and then Colt McCoy started to suck. RG3 became healthy again. RG3 became the quarterback. Now, you go through preseason, RG3's not looking great, mainly because he's playing with the first unit, mainly because his offensive line, absolutely is an abomination. There is not one player on that offensive line that should be playing in the goddamn NFL. And they're the ones blocking for RG3, who is fragile as it is already.
Exactly.
And they're the ones blocking, and they're supposed to be giving him time, and they're supposed to be giving him, some room to work. They're not giving it to him. But you know what Kirk Cousins was doing? Kirk Cousins was coming in with the second unit, a different line, not as much of an aggressive defense coming after him, and he was shining. Jon Gruden wants to get rid of RG3. Wants to get rid of him.
Not John.
Jay, I'm
don't
sorry.
Blame his brother.
My fault. Because Jay Gruden is definitely no John. Jay Gruden wants to get rid of RG3. So he comes up with RG3 gets a concussion. He has a reason to start Kirk Cousins. And then he goes, well, you know what? Kirk Cousins is not just going to be the starter because he's hurt. He's just going to be the starter. And what Jay wanted to do, what Jay 100% wanted to do, and people need to know this and not get it misconstrued, he wanted to keep Kirk Cousins and just get rid of RG3. He wanted to get rid of him. That was the plan. That's what he wanted to do. The only reason that RG3 is on the team still, and they're not getting rid of him now, is because everybody's saying, well, look, if you put all your eggs in the basket on Kirk Cousins and he fails, which he will, because I don't believe Kirk Cousins is a starting quarterback in the NFL. At least not now, he's not. Shit, he got benched last year for Colt McCoy. So obviously we know he can have some really, really, really down times. Mm-hmm. So what's going to happen is he's going to have that wiggle room now. Mm-hmm. So when Kirk Cousins fails, he could put RG3 in and say, well, we really just kept him out because he was hurt, but we wanted to give Kirk some confidence. The reason he won't get rid of him is because when Kirk Cousins fails, if he gets rid of RG3, that's it. He just put all his eggs in that basket. His job goes where Kirk Cousins goes. Mm-hmm. He's not ready to do that. He knows how much is riding on it. That's the only reason why RG3 is on the team, because I think RG3, at this point, he needs to ask to be traded. He needs to ask to be released. He needs another situation. RG3 is not ready to be the star that he was when he was a rookie, mainly because I don't think he ever fully recovered.
No, he didn't.
And second of all, I don't think Shanahan never really wanted him.
Nope.
Jay doesn't want him. He needs a coach and a quarterback coach that could do two things, that could first want him to succeed, and second, coach him on how to be a quarterback that he could be. Because the talent is still there in RG3, but he's getting real close to becoming a shot fighter, a shot football player, because it's almost always negative with him now, and he's gonna start to go down that path, that Vince Young path.
Nah. You know what?
He's not gonna recover. He's not gonna recover if he continues to go down that path that coaches are making for him. I'm not saying that he's as weak-minded as Vince Young was.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm saying that if he continues to go down this path where coach after coach doesn't want him, He's constantly in the news because he can't keep his mouth shut. He's going to become sharp.
But you know what, Chris? But I mean, I understand that. But I think that one, you know, he's a young player and he's not playing into that. Listen, I'm just going to, you know, do what you say. I'm going to speak my mind. That is what I do like about him because he's not going to sit there and just let you talk about him. He's going to say how he feels. At this juncture in his career, and this is where the business of football, because and you talk about fall guys. These guys are the fall guys because if they don't do well, they're out. Coaches, they can get another job somewhere, being somewhere else. And we know Jay Gruden, he's going to go and he's going to become a coach somewhere else.
Offensive coordinator.
Exactly. So he can beat RG3 up. He can beat Cousins up. He can beat whoever he wants because, you know, at the end of the day, he's going to coach somewhere. He might not be a head coach, but he's going to be assistant coach. And that's where the business gets a little teetered, and that's where I get pissed because they're going to wear RG3 down until he, like you said, I want to leave. I don't need to be here. Put me where someone that really wants me, who's going to really work with me, and let me become the quarterback that I know I could be. But my question is, who would take him?
I actually, there's a few spots I think will work out for RG3.
Mm-hmm.
The best spots for RG3 would be where he wouldn't be a starting quarterback right away.
Yeah, you're right.
The Cowboys.
I was just about to say
would be a great spot for him because Romo's got another 2, 3, 4 years, something like that.
Maybe 2.5.
Fair. Maybe if he got RG3 right on his ass, maybe another 2.5. But a place where the pressure won't be that you have to start and win right now.
I agree.
A place like Dallas would be good.
Mm-hmm.
I think really the best place for him to go, coaching wise, would be Kansas City. I mean, if you could get under Andy Reid and have Andy Reid mold you and have, you know, get in Andy Reid's system, I don't know if he can be Donovan McNabb, but he could be close. He could be close.
But but like you said, he does have a veteran quarterback. There's not that much pressure.
That much pressure to come out and start.
He can get to learn and
heal.
To learn.
And I think any place that he goes, he needs to go to a place where he can learn. But if he wants to go and start right away, well, there's a few places. Buffalo, the Jets.
But before
Cleveland,
you say, you already
Texans.
said no. He can't listen.
I said if he wants to start, if he wants to start right away.
But if he goes to Cleveland, you can say his career is over.
You can say the same thing if he goes to Buffalo or if he goes to the Jets. I mean, they're all bad situations.
That's true, but Chris, there is no glimpse of hope as a quarterback in Cleveland. The last good quarterback they had was who?
From Miami. What's his name?
Testaverde?
No. He's Florida State, I thought. Testaverde. No.
Testaverde from Miami. He's from the U.
Nah, not the other one. The one that looks like
Kozer.
a drunk. Kozer. Yeah. Kozer.
No, but they had somebody after him. Was it Tommy Maddox? I mean, not Tommy Maddox. What was that quarterback they had? Because they had a good receiving core. Then they had Green at the running back, and they had an okay.
Bernie Kosar. That was it.
Nah, they had one a little after that.
Nah, man.
Because they had the receiver. He was from Syracuse. It'll come to me. But damn, we said that's like 30 years ago.
And that's the last time they had a good quarterback.
Damn.
Listen. I'm not saying him going to Cleveland and Buffalo and New Jersey, the Jets, and it is in New Jersey, but even to Houston. It's just not good situations.
No.
None of them are.
Nope.
Houston might be the best situation, but it's not a great situation. But that's if, he's going to play right away. I think he needs to go to a team where he doesn't have to play right away, where he could get 100% healthy. I'm still on the borderline that he's not 100% healthy.
He's probably got 82%.
Yeah, because he hasn't been as fast as he was his rookie year.
And he's too indecisive.
He gets, kind of scary feet when people start to get around him, and he takes too many unnecessary hits. So go to a place like Dallas and go to a place like Kansas City, and you know what? You might think I'm crazy. Maybe Seattle.
Someone said that too. They were saying Seattle.
Seattle might be a good place for him to go. Hey, listen, RG3 is a talent in this league, and he's gonna play again. He's gonna play again for sure. It doesn't need to be in Washington.
Nope.
It doesn't need to be in Washington because best case scenario, Jay Gruden gets fired, and you got to bring in another coach.
Oh, well, who want to play them? I don't play for them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to bring in another coach, and is this guy gonna gel with RG3? And you got to worry about none. Just go somewhere where the coach is already established, and RG3 has to fall in line with a guy. You know what I mean? And the guy actually said, listen, we traded for him. We want him. This is not the owner saying we wanted. The coach actually wants him. That'll be his best situation. But I tell you what, it's a disgrace how they're doing him in Washington. Not so much Snyder, everybody else, because I know Snyder wants him to play. But Snyder's been so pro RG3 that it's almost alienated RG3 from everybody else.
Yeah, sure.
So it's just been a really, really bad mishandling of how they're doing it over there. I don't feel sorry for him because I don't feel sorry for millionaires, but
but he got to earn that situation. But he got to earn that man. He got a damn leg taken out. So
it's just a bad situation. They got to fix it.
And if they don't, then guess what? They're going to be looked at as outcasts because I don't remember the last time Washington had a good quarterback because they did Jason Campbell dirty.
They did. And I can tell you one thing. Kirk Cousins is not the answer. He is not. And I don't want to, I'm never praying to see somebody fall on their face, but you'll see.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see.
Oh, yeah.
He's not the one. He is not the one. If you watch him play, he has, moments where he's good. Like if he has, where he's really good as a backup quarterback?
On the bench.
That's one play. But it's when the quarterback goes down, like any game where RG3 played like half of a game. And he had to just come in for that regular. He's really, really good. He's really, really good.
Because the pressure's off of him.
He's a good spot-filling quarterback.
Because the pressure's off him by that point. He's like, okay, it's like when you're coming at that point, if you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. It's not like it's your fault. It's like, oh, well, you didn't get the momentum. But like you said, when Colt McCoy had to come in, I think he was exposed. And honestly, I thought he'd be a little better.
Kirk?
Than that. Yeah. I thought, for him to be like, I thought he'd be a lot better, but we're starting to show, so that's what I got on that situation. And the Redskins better smarten up or they're going to lose out on a great player. So,
yeah, I think that's what I believe.
And speaking of fighting chances, we can move on right into your boy.
Well,
that's my boy too.
Next week, supposedly,
you
can't see it. You can't see what I'm doing. But
quotes up.
The quotes are up. Mayweather's last fight coming up this Saturday, September the 12th, against Andre Berto.
Now, you were saying some very interesting facts. Once again, I like boxing. I'm not like a connoisseur of it and an expert like you said. But I felt the same way, so I felt kind of good. I was saying that, how I was feeling, I didn't tell Chris yet, but that I think this is going to be a great fight. Here's why. When you got a person like that, he had nothing to lose. Berto, he got nothing to lose, okay? And Floyd going to be on his A game. I don't care who Floyd Mayweather fight. You get people can say what they want, but Floyd Mayweather, he's going to come prepared. But I think that this could be better than his last fight. His last fight was hyped up, and, Pacquiao, he just, gave up. But I think this can be one of those fights where you talk about and you put up there. And Chris can back me up because he's
I believe
with
that. I think
with the facts and stuff.
Listen, I think what people need to realize, first of all, the Pacquiao fight. Listen, it's been touched on a lot. It's going on 4 months since the fight or something like that.
Seemed like just last week.
I always knew the fight was going to be like that. Mayweather was never going to put himself in danger against Pacquiao. Hurt or not hurt, I think he wasn't hurt. But hurt or not hurt, he wasn't going to put himself in danger with Pacquiao. He was going to outbox him. He was going to outsmart him. That was always the plan. That's why for years I told people, there's better fights for Floyd to fight that'll be more exciting. When he fights Pacquiao, which is what I was saying before they fought, that he's going to be super cautious and he's going to straight box him. He's not going to do anything else but box him. And everybody knows can't nobody box with Mayweather. Nope. Can't nobody. There's a couple guys that have that talent, but they're just too small. Guillermo Rigondeaux, Vasily Lomachenko. Those guys got that type of top level boxing skill, but they fight in the featherweights. They're too small. Nobody else is on that level, just skill boxing wise. Nobody else is on his level. So he was going to box him. He was going to outbox him, and he was going to win, and it was going to be boring because he was never going to exchange with him. He's never going to trade with him. Pacquiao was, in his eyes, just too dangerous to do that. And if you know anything about Floyd Mayweather, you're never going to make him do what he doesn't want to do. Exactly. Not in the ring. Not in the ring. He's never going to engage you unless he wants to engage you. He's never going to get into a trading war with you unless he wants to. He's that good. He's that smart. I knew that was going to happen. People were disappointed with the fight, but the people there's a lot of Mayweather haters and a lot of Pacquiao supporters. The Pacquiao supporters are the ones who ruined the fight for everybody because they were the ones saying that their boy was going to come out there and knock him out and he was going to be the Manny Pacquiao that you normally see in fights. He wasn't that guy. Yep. Because Floyd is a better boxer. And this is not MMA. This is not a street fight. This is boxing. It's an art to it. There's a science to it. And Mayweather's got his PhD. Pacquiao is still an Econ 101. So, listen, I knew that was going to be that way. What makes an exciting fight with Mayweather, though, and the thing that makes Mayweather engage more is a guy that wants to suffocate him and not put pressure. Pressure and suffocate are two different things in boxing. Pressure doesn't work on Mayweather. Mm-hmm. Everybody always tries pressure. Pressure doesn't work because when you're trying to apply pressure, you're just trying to walk him down. You're not going to walk him down. His footwork is too good. So he's going to always be able to slip out of all the traps that you try to make for him. And he's going to, as you're trying to put the pressure, he's going to pop shot you, which is single shots, which is what you always see from Mayweather. A straight, maybe a hook, and then he ducks around you and he turns you around. He keeps flipping the ring on you. He keeps his foot on the outer part of your foot. So he could always step around you. You know what I mean? Without even looking, he does it. Pressure fighters have a problem. He beats them easy. Suffocating fighters, though, guys who throw a lot of punches and they put their head down and they don't care if they get hit. They don't care if they get knocked out. Marcos Maidana, Miguel Cotto, Andre Berto. He's in there. He's not as good as Maidana. He's not as good as Cotto, 100%. For people who's going to say, well, he's not even as good as those guys, but he fights the same kind of way. So the thing that you're going to get with Alberto is Alberto's going to say, when he gets into a fight, either I'm going to catch you or you're going to knock me out. I'm good with either one. So he's going to apply the same type of suffocating style that Marcos Maidana applied to him. He's going to do the same exact thing. He's going to be straight up with him like Cotto was, applying that suffocating type punches. And Mayweather, even though he's 100% prepared and he's not going to underestimate Berto, he knows that Berto's not on his level. So he'll be more willing to trade. He'll be more willing to stay in the pocket, which he stays in the pocket most of the time. That's a common misconception. But he's going to stay in the pocket more. He's going to trade more. He's going to try to be flashier. And because this is quote unquote his last fight, believe me, he's going to try to go for the knockout because Berto is susceptible to getting knocked out. Let me tell you something. Cotto has lost to Berto is susceptible to getting knocked out. He's been knocked out and lost to some subpar guys. Robert the Ghost Guerrero, Victor Ortiz, Jesus Sotos Carras. He's lost to some guys that you probably even never heard of. And he lost to all of those three consecutively. 3 in a row. Victor Ortiz, Robert Guerrero, Jesus Soto Carras. He lost to all 3 of them straight after being undefeated. So, listen, he's got nothing to lose. This is his biggest payday. He can only, what he's going to want to accomplish, in his heart, he know he can't beat Floyd. But what he wants to accomplish is what Marcos Maidana did. Right, which is respect. Like, damn, you gave Floyd the toughest fight we ever seen. That's just going to open up doors for you to fight other big fights.
Now, how much is he getting this fight?
$4 million. That's his biggest payday ever.
How much is Floyd getting?
no less than 37 million.
So he went from 100 million to 37 million.
Well, actually, in the Pacquiao fight, he made 220 million.
Oh my goodness, crazy, crazy.
But his base for every fight since he signed the 6-fight deal with Showtime, his base is 30 change. It's 30 change. So even if this fight does doo-doo, which it might, people are upset that he fought Berto, but people also got to remember, people wouldn't be mad with anybody he picked unless he picked Gennady Golovkin, and he's not fighting Gennady Golovkin.
No, you know what? See, here's the thing, and here's how I look at it, because you're a boxing expert, and I'm just a boxer watcher, you know. So here's the thing. You have more boxer, okay. See, there's 3 categories. You have the experts, you have the watchers, then you have the people who sometimes watch. You have more people that sometimes watch than the actual experts. Mm-hmm. So the experts are at 3%. Then you got your watchers who are at about, about like 10, I said 30%.
Okay.
So then now it's at 65% where people who just can talk and you can say whatever you want to say, they won't be happy unless he's fight Mike Tyson. Okay?
Right.
So, one, he's not going to fight Tyson because Tyson, he's out of his prime. Two different weight classes. So you have a lot of those. So a lot of those people who can make good arguments.
There's like 8 different weight classes in between those.
Exactly. Which we know. But now in the time we live in, if you can make an argument, and those, a lot of people, they can. Now they're starting to convince these watchers that, yeah, you know what, you are right. He ain't good. He just ran. But the experts like yourself and you know people,
and
Rayfield, who actually know the sport, like, listen, shut up. Okay?
Max Kellerman.
Exactly. That was a great fight. He did what he's supposed to do, and that's what you're supposed to do as a fighter. It's an art. Okay.
He did exactly what the expert said what was going to happen.
Exactly.
He was going to outbox him, he was going to outpoint him, and he wasn't going to be in any danger.
But
that's exactly what the fight was.
But here's the thing: you have more of the non-watchers.
They want excitement.
Exactly.
They want excitement.
But I'm always revert back to Tyson. Even when Tyson, I don't want to watch Tyson fight. He's knocked everybody out.
Right.
He's knocked everybody. I don't even want to watch. And then he started losing. Like, I don't want to watch Tyson. He keep losing. This nigga crazy.
You know what people want to see? People want to see. I don't know how good your memory is with some of these boxing matches, but people want to see Oscar De La Hoya versus Shane Mosley.
Yeah.
12 rounds and then just pop, 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 pop. So it's like, I got my money's worth. Somebody got knocked down. It was fighting each other like a motherfucker. It was good. That's what I want to see every time.
Or you know what? Like I said, you know, I'm on a cusp. Like, you know, I can hold my own. Like, people, you know, they like, oh well, and shout out to all my Spanish people. They're like, yeah, but he don't Felix Trinidad. Yeah, but you see how many shots Felix Trinidad was taking, and you seen how fast he exited the sport? You can't keep doing that. You can't keep living like that.
No, you're right.
So, I mean, like I said, so that's why I love when you talk boxing, because you put it into perspective. For those who are watchers, casual watchers, for those who are, you know, want to learn more, and for those watchers. But we have more watchers who can talk about it than actual professional experts and people who just casual watchers who know, who have some knowledge of it, have some knowledge of it. But you know what? It's still going to be better than a Ronda Rousey fight because people are going to want to watch to see him get knocked out. That's it.
I mean, you got to also remember that the biggest part of Floyd Mayweather's popularity is his hatred.
Exactly.
That people want to see him lose.
Yes.
So, and especially, and it's not a racist thing. It's just because of how much he like kind of antagonizes them, Mexican, Spanish fighters, which are those are the real like as far as like people who buy boxing, who watch boxing all the time. That's the big population: Spanish, Mexican, descent. Those are the people who really, really contribute to the big number in boxing. That's why he kind of always fights on Mexican holidays. Well, not kinda, he does. September is like Mexican Independence Day, and May 5th is Cinco de Mayo. He always fights on Spanish holidays.
Now listen, how many other smart people will put that together? I didn't even know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, I mean, I would say that's pretty well known.
But look at the marketing. Like you got to really say, you know what, I'm going to do this because that's the population. And just imagine if, because you know, like I'm not racist because I have Spanish family and I have Spanish people who I love. But just imagine.
My girlfriend's Spanish.
Exactly. So just imagine if like, like when I'm talking about like the Mexicans and like the Guatemala, like this, Central American, South American. Think about them like how many be in like one house watching a fight. Just imagine like each one of them bought a fight. That would be crazy. But it's still but they still buy it though. They're still gonna watch it and shout out to Floyd.
It's part is good marketing. It's good. Floyd is a really, really, really good businessman.
Yes, he is.
And, the second part is, listen, that's the market. Mm-hmm. Those are the people who really buy fights. So you need to fight their fighters. Mm-hmm. And, you also got to add into the factor that nobody is ever going to be happy with who Floyd Mayweather fights. Nope. There's just never. It doesn't matter who he fights. Even when he fought Pacquiao, should have fought him 5 years ago.
Yeah. I'm like, Pacquiao was like in the prime. He's in his prime.
And then you look at who's available to fight now. If he fought Amir Khan, people would have said, you're going to beat him. Amir Khan got a weak chin. If he fought Tim Bradley can't punch, so Floyd's probably just going to just outbox him. Like, I could go down the list of all the available, Keith Thurmans, the Sean Porters. I could go down the list of welterweights, super welterweights that were available to fight. Cotto already beat. Canelo already beat.
He beat all the top fighters.
He beat all the top fighters. He beat all the champions. No matter who he picked. Am I happy with him fighting Berto? Not really. But I know it's going to be an entertaining fight. Yeah. But on the same breath of me not being happy with Berto, who was he going to pick? Am I losing anything because he didn't fight Amir Khan? No. Am I losing anything because he didn't fight Keith Thurman, who is, I know I was bigging him up, but now that I've seen him a couple more times and seen him he's very overrated.
Oh, wow. Cause that was your boy.
That was my boy. I told you, my new boy is, Verdejo.
Oh, yeah.
Verdejo. He's my new boy. But, listen, maybe you could have fought like a Kell Brook, but Kell Brook doesn't really have like a following, so people really wouldn't have known who he was. Everybody just would have, whatever the expert said about him, that's what people would have took. But you probably never even seen Kell Brook fight. You probably never even heard of Kell Brook name.
You know what you said.
I might have said him before, but and Kell Brook still got some. He's only beat one legitimate guy, really, really good legitimate guy, in Sean Porter. But like that's his real claim to fame, beating Sean Porter. So, like I said, Pacquiao was the last marquee guy. Okay? He beat him. That was it. When he fought Marcos Maidana, everybody was like, why? And then that wound up getting 2 fights because the first fight was good. So he wound up getting another fight out of it. So I think people need to realize that this is going to be in the same vein. He's not fighting Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin is a middleweight, 160 pounds. Floyd could barely make 154. Just stop. He's not fighting Triple G. So just stop it. That's it. That's it. There is nobody else. Yeah. Like, if you want him to jump up to 168 and fight Andre Ward, that'd be great, but he's too big. You know what I mean? Like, there's no guy that Floyd needs to fight to prove a point. Now, do I think this will be his last fight? No. I honestly think he's going to fight in about 1.5 years again after a star rises. Because let me tell you something, people, it's not Canelo. Canelo might beat Cotto, but I'm telling you, Canelo ain't the star. He's not the star that Golden Boy is trying to force down our throat to be. He's not the star. Believe me, I've seen him fight enough to know he might beat Cotto just because Cotto's just an older guy.
When is that fight?
That fight is in November. Okay. But let me tell you something. He fights Triple G. He's rap. He's a rap. And then there's other guys, Anthony Durrell. What's his name? Daniel Jacobs. This is guy named Josh. What's his name? Josh. Can't remember his name. I can't remember his full name. The Charlo brothers. There's a lot of guys in the 154-pound division, which is where Canelo is, that he's staying far, far away from because he would lose against those guys. He would lose. That's why he fights people like James Kirkland and bums like that you never heard of. So, anyway, he's probably going to wait for a star to emerge to get another like mega fight. and go for his 50th because he's still in really, really good shape. He's not what he used to be as far as like speed, but Floyd.
Okay.
That's why if he retires for a year and a half, it really won't hurt him. He's not what he was with speed, but he is what he was with conditioning. His conditioning is probably the best conditioned fighter of our era and maybe of all time. And mainly because he trains when at the times where he would be fighting, which I don't know how people don't pick that up. He trains 2, 3, 4 in the morning. He trains, when he's fighting a Vegas fight that don't start till 1 o'clock, you know what I mean? His body is used to moving around that time. You know what I mean? It's used to being in the movement around that time.
That's crazy.
That just makes sense. But what he lost in speed, because his speed isn't is what it used to be, he made up for in timing. His timing is impeccable. He'll time you. I don't even think Floyd Mayweather is that fast anymore. I believe it's all timing. And if anybody who knows anything about boxing or anything, timing beats speed 100% of the time. 100% of the time. So, and he's smart. And he's really, really smart. He has a really, really, really good chin. I think people underestimate it because he doesn't get hit a lot. He's been hit with some heat before in his career. Never been knocked down.
Yeah, I was say because I think Pacquiao gave him a nice shot. But
Pacquiao gave him a nice shot that stumbled him back. Mike Donna.
Yeah.
Cotto gave him a couple. Cotto was actually the first guy to ever bloody his nose up. Yeah. He got a good, probably the hardest shot I ever seen him take was by Chop Chop Corley back in the day. Chop Chop Corley. Chop Chop laid some shit on him. I don't know how he stayed up. And then Jab Judah actually hit him with some heat in the fight. And obviously
that's when he was Pretty Boy.
That's Pretty Boy still. And Shane Mosley, obviously everybody remember when Shane Mosley buckled him. That's as much as you can say you got out of Floyd was like a buckle.
And that was like 5 fights you just said out of what, 30,
48
fights?
48 fights.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he has a really, really, really good chin. Really, really good chin. And there's nobody out there. He's beaten everybody in his era. I mean, he missed some fights. Paul Williams, Kermit Cintron. Let me see. Antonio Margarito. That's about it. And he would have beat all those. I mean, maybe the Paul Williams fight, I still to this day think if he fought Paul Williams in his prime, he probably would have lost.
Oh, wow.
But only because Paul Williams was a 6'1", 6'2" welterweight who threw 1,000 punches a fight. Oh. It's just the pure output just would have been too much. Not that it would have hurt Floyd. Floyd doesn't throw enough punches per round. It just wouldn't have looked even. You know what I mean? It would have. I honestly think Paul Williams would have beat him in their prime.
So now I gotta look this guy up.
The Punisher, Paul Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Paul Williams in a wheelchair now. So
what happened to him?
He got into a motorcycle accident, bruised his spine, so he can't walk. But he might walk again one day because it's just bruised, not broken.
Okay.
So, but he's been in a wheelchair for about 4 or 5 years.
So he can't walk at all?
No, he can't walk at all. He's in his wheelchair. But his girl bad.
Oh, wow.
His girl's bad. And he's got a lot of good businesses, and he's fine.
Okay.
He was already like looking at retiring. But
whatever happened to I'm sorry to cut you off. Whatever happened to what was dude's name? He had that charge in ATL. It's like a murder charge.
Murder charge in ATL.
Oh my god. He's right. Oh my god. He's like right in my face. What is dude's name? I think he locked up now. I think he shoot his brother-in-law or something. Black dude.
The only black dude I know that shot somebody. Max Kellerman's brother used to be roommates and friends with a boxer who wound up killing Max Kellerman's brother.
Where?
That's the only.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Nah. Jermaine
Taylor?
There we go.
Jermaine Taylor, I don't know what's going on with him right now because he was the champ, but then he got into some legal issues.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I don't know what his situation is right now, but Jermaine Taylor is a super middleweight anyway.
Nah, I just thought about him because we talking about boxing. I'm like, let me ask my boxing questions.
Right now. He a super middleweight anyway. He was champ.
So he's not gonna fight no more.
Well, his belt is gone from him now because it got vacated because he couldn't defend it, and then somebody just won it too. I can't remember, but somebody just won his vacated title. Could have been Triple G. Okay, I think Triple G got all the middleweight belts except for the one that Cotto got. Okay, I'll look into it.
Cool.
Yeah, something like that.
So, your little final thought on the Mayweather and Berto fight?
My final thought is watch the fight. It's gonna be a good fight. I mean, go in with somebody on the fight. It's outrageous that he charges $75.
$75? Oh, hell no. I'm not paying that.
I always get a Mayweather fight. I'm in a little bit of different situation because people always come over my house to watch it, so I'm always gonna get some type of money. Everybody, people will just be like, well, shit, I'm here. You got beer, you got food. Let me just give you like $10 at least. You know what I mean? So it's never the full price for me, but get with somebody, watch the fight. It'll be entertaining. Let me tell you something. For his quote unquote last fight, it'll be very entertaining. Cool. It'll be very entertaining. And Berto got a shot. He got a puncher's chance. I mean, it's not much, but if Berto caught Floyd with one of his uppercuts,
he's done.
Be close.
See, now I gotta watch it. Well, I was gonna watch it anyway. I was gonna watch it like the week later.
Listen, I mean, the chances of him catching Floyd are with an uppercut, which is like the hardest shot to catch Floyd with, are slim to none. But if he did, it'd be interesting. If he got Floyd in trouble, where Floyd was wobbling and couldn't get his bearings, and he could like wail on him, maybe. It's boxing. Anything can happen. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's, something that could happen. So, I mean, my final thought is, the fight will be entertaining. I'll tell you this, it will be more entertaining than the Pacquiao fight because I've never seen a boring Berto fight.
Pretty sure.
Ever seen a boring Berto fight.
So now I got to watch it now. Now I got to watch it.
So, watch the Mayweather fight, and then the next day, the start of opening season for football.
Yes.
There you go.
So if you want to reach us, you can reach us at Twitter, RealDSTM1. You can also like our fan page, Don't Shoot the Messenger, on Facebook. You can also reach Chris to talk boxing if you know boxing. If you don't know boxing, you just want to argue with him. I'm pretty sure he don't mind arguing, but he's like more factual. Yeah, so if you really want to talk boxing, where can they reach you?
Reach me at FightFreak23233.
Cool. You can reach me on Twitter at Sutton Real. And if you ever want to hit me personally, talk about some promotional stuff, we're going to plug your stuff on our show. Reach me at MARQUET2003 at gmail.com. And usually I give like a positive message, but I'm in such a good mood. My team's winning. I get to relax and I don't have to work. It's just being woke. That's a blessing.
No doubt.
Got my house clean, so I'm good. So until next time, I'm Professional Sutton.
I'm your boy Chris G.
And I'll see you. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.